Yoon POV. Fisting the soft material, I sniffed my tears back for the 100th time. Not that I am happy with this marriage, but his warning is still ringing in my ears. I don't want to make him angrier than he is right now. I need to stay calm and obey him. I need to protect myself from him, but fighting is not an option for that. There will be a war, but it won't end with bloodshed or death. It will end my misery. This will be the war which I will announce against him, with my strength in my field. I looked out of the window to see his black Mercedeses, which were surrounding my car. It's not like I didn't thought of escaping when I stepped out of that hellhole. But my hope was crushed the moment I realized his guards were surrounding me. My car is empty, but I am sure there are more than 20 men keeping eyes on me. What the hell does he think of me? Jackie Bloody-chan? I look down again, as the only thing I can see is black cars from every side. I don't even know where I am going. Where is he taking me? I again wiped my sweaty palms as my heart is beating faster than any car. I am going to get married. I am going to marry that devil. My eyes again welled up. I never thought my marriage day would be my biggest nightmare. Why does it always have to be me? Why every time do I have to suffer? What did I do to deserve this? You know what you did. My heart skipped a beat getting a reply, reminding me I put myself into this mess. But didn't I deserve a chance of explaining? Can't I make it up to him without destroying my life? Isn't there any midway? A negotiation for my life? We arrived, Mississippi. The driver's words brought me out of my thoughts to the reality. A reality which I despise with my whole heart. But before I could say anything, another guard opened the car door. I sigh heavily. I can't do anything. There is no use in arguing. They are just obeying Taewang's order. And there is no way they will cheat him. I saw their loyalty when no one even took a glance at me when I was suffering. Taking another deep breath, I calmed my heart before collecting this insanely heavy dress. I stepped out of the car. The moment I walked out of the black Mercedes, bright, hot sunlight landed on me, reminding me of the summer, reminding me how this sunlight saw my misery, how it knew about my wounded soul. I felt a hot sensation on my exposed upper body, not because of the sunlight, but because of the men around me. I never felt so vulnerable when I knew no one is staring at me. I know Taewang won't tolerate anyone's gaze, especially that of the people who are under him. He was always possessive about me, even when he pretended to be good. But it didn't help me to feel good. It didn't make me feel protected, but my soul is burning from his wrath, his anger, his revenge. I am his bride, and he shoved his wishes on me. He forced me to wear something which don't make me feel like myself, which makes me feel fake. And then he wants me to love him back. Love? This isn't love. When we love someone, we understand their problems, and we make them comfortable around us. We give them a ray of hope in this dark world. While Taewang just snatched away every hope from my life. And now he is snatching my right to love, my love. He is shoving me into this meaningless relationship caused by my betrayal and his revenge. All clear, miss, you can enter. Mr. Kim will be here in a few minutes, one of his guards said. His words made me feel relieved. At least for some time, he won't be around me. I can breathe without fear for now. Grabbing the dress from the front, I stepped towards the church. The place where Kai and I decided to bind our lives, where two souls turn into one until death do them apart. But now it's looking more like a graveyard to me. Graveyard where all my dreams and happiness is lying dead. I gulped down the lump in my throat, forcing myself not to cry. I can't make him angrier now. When he can make my life a hell. When he is finding every reason to hurt me, to make me suffer, I can't provide him another reason. While the fact that I am obeying him because of the consequences didn't slide from my conscience, sometimes we need to step back before our greatest jump. I am not giving up. I am not accepting my fate. I am just waiting for the right time. I am just trying to make this time of hell as less painful as I can. Guards opened a decorated door, which is leading to the red carpet path towards the aisle. My heart stopped a beat when I entered into the room where God resides, which is known as the place of God, where evil can't enter. But today, a devil will enter here and snatch my every hope in front of God. Yoon. I heard a familiar voice, but before I could comprehend, I was embraced by strong arms. I wanted to get free, I wanted to struggle, but I didn't. I felt something which I had never felt in the devil's arms. Warmth. Care. How's my child? Did he hurt you? Dad, my dad is back. My savior is here. Now no one can hurt me, force me. I wrapped my arms around him tightly and started crying. I cried and cried and cried. I cried. For all the pain I bear. For all the warmth I missed there. For all the memories which I can't deal alone. Dad patted my back, trying to calm me down. He tried to break the hug, but I tightened my grip on him, hiding myself into him even more. Why weren't you there? I was so scared. I cried harder, not caring about the ruined makeup, which Taewang specially ordered not to mess for my own good. Shuh, it's all right. He patted my back, comforting me softly. Now I am here. No one can hurt my princess. His words somehow gave the assurance I was seeking from the moment I saw the real devil disguised in my Tae. My heart calmed inside his warm hug, my fear disappeared under the protected circle, and slowly my sobs reduced. Slowly, my tears stopped narrating the story of my pain. Dad broke the hug and made me face him. He cupped my face, not like Taewang, which felt like an iron grip, but softly, like I am a flower. His flower, which he nourished all these years. I looked into his eyes to see the agony of seeing his daughter like a mess. He wiped my wet cheeks, and it's then I realized the one who was patting my back wasn't Dad. I turned around with fear, with hope. And yes, my hope won. This isn't a cursed day now, but the day when I will be free again. I looked at my anchor, the person who never let me drown inside the deadly water of the past. Dad is my savior, my protector. No one touches me when I am with him, but Kai, he is the angel who brought me out of my misery. Who helps me to forget there is any misery, any nightmare, any past I wanted to forget. He filled my life with light, which destroyed the darkness. He was the fragrance of hope, which vanishes the smell of helplessness. I instantly hugged him. Tears again made their way to my cheeks, but this time due to happiness, I felt so secure between these pillars of my life. They are the shield who take every arrow whose aim is me. It's okay, my love, I am here. He caresses my hair, patting my head. Kai, we need to hurry, Dad said as we broke the hug. Kai nodded while I am looking at them confused. What they're talking about? That's when Dad stepped towards me, receiving my attention. His eyes are well up with tears. I despise the fact that they are because of me. Dad, don't cry. I wiped his wet cheeks, and the next moment my hands are in his hold. He pecked my palm so gently, while I knew something is off. He never expresses his love physically. He knows how sensitive I am. You trust your dad, right? I gave a single nod. My heart is beating as an unknown fear again made its way to my heart. We are sending you away from here. I arranged everything. You will stay with one of my friends until your studies are over. My heart stopped. No, this ain't happening. I am not leaving my parents here to suffer. I am not going without them. I shook my head as tears threatened to drop from my eyes again. I wanted to refuse with words, but helplessness in Dad's eyes is gagging me. This is the only way, princess. Please do it for us. I won't be able to forgive myself if something happened to you. I closed my eyes, swallowing back every misery, every pain, every fear. They are doing it for me, otherwise, they would have never set me far from them. I opened my dry eyes, dry from every emotion, every weakness. I will fight this time. I nodded slowly, looking at Dad, who reciprocated my act. Kai will drive you to the airport. Suddenly, I felt a soft cloth on my shoulder. I looked up to see the coat of Kai covering my exposed skin. I smiled, looking at him. He understood. My love understood my discomfort like always. Let's go, he whispered as Dad gave my hand to him. I nodded, still gazing at him. I will be far from my angel. Maybe this time he wants me to be independent. We walked at the back door of the church, which is dusty and dark, covering my pure white dress with its filth. But if this filth can save me from becoming dirty, nothing can be more pure than this in my eyes. I consider the fact that Taewang hasn't forced me till now. But who knows for how long I can be safe with him. And I will never get this golden chance again. My heart is racing faster than any sports car. My body is covered with sweat as I am passing the dark corridor. I am heading towards my freedom which I was craving for the past 3 days. But for some reason, my heart is not calm. It isn't accepting that I can be happy after this. The fear is still wandering in my heart like a cursed soul. Is something bad going to happen? Will Taewang hurt Mom and Dad when he will lose me? I can't forget the helpless eyes of Mom when he took me from my safe place to the hell. Hell? That wasn't hell. You know what hell is. I shuddered at the thought. How can my mind torture me with the past when I am already struggling with reality? It's all right. I prepared everything. Once you are out, he won't be able to harm them. Kai squeezed my hand reassuringly, which he didn't let go of from the start. I can't help but smile. He always understands me. What about you? I asked, but I am sure he would have thought about it too. But the moment the words came out, he stopped his every moment, his steps halted, his words stuck on his throat, and then he continued walking again. This stagnancy wasn't noticeable, but I noticed it. My grip tightened on his hand. I won't go if he has to pay for my mistake. I won't claim my freedom if my love will be caged in my place. I am in you, Yunny. If you are safe, nothing can happen to me, he said in his pained voice, which he did his best to hide. But I know him better than this. He can't hide his pain from me. He even never tried it before. But something happens for the first time in life. I am not going, Kai, not without you, I said in the most confident tone. He kept walking like my words went to deaf ears. I can't believe he didn't pay me any attention. He ignored me. Not that I am an attention seeker, but his ignorance is affecting me. It hurt me. A bright light spread into the hall, piercing my eyes. I looked away, but Kai didn't stop dragging me to the brighter world. But if this bright light is due to his sacrifice, then nothing can be darker than this. I won't be able to live with the thought of Taewang hurting him just because of me. Then it's better for him to hurt me. I am the reason of his rage. I looked around to find myself in the parking. There weren't many cars parked, not indicating there is any marriage inside. I rooted my legs. I can't lose Kai. It's now or never. Are you listening to me? I am not leaving without you. I wanted to shout, but my words came out as a mere whisper. Kai turned around, looking at me with fearful eyes, which he masked as anger. You're going, end of discussion, he said in a not-to-argue tone. Who does he think he is? He can't scare me with his dark tone, I know him. He is scared for me, but didn't I have the same right? But Kai, he will do nothing to me. He turned my words to his favor as he cupped my cheek, making me look into his feared eyes, which carry so much love, so much pain of separation. If you are gone, we can face-to-face fight Yun. He won't be able to use you against us. He doesn't love you, Yun. He is just taking revenge as you hurt his man's ego. I stared at him with my teary eyes. What if something happens to him? What if he loses the fight? I can't lose my archer. I can't let him get hurt because of me. I opened my mouth to say something, but closed it immediately, words stuck on my throat. You trust me? More than myself, I said, cupping his hands with mine, melting in his warmth. Then trust me, nothing will happen to me. I nodded. Without wasting another second, he held my wrist and started walking towards his car, which is parked near the entry. They have planned everything beforehand. I stared at his back with my racing heart. It's not that I am doubting his ability to fight with Taewang, but I am not as calm as his words always make me. Fear is still lingering at the corner of my heart. Fear of something awful is going to happen. But maybe I have been with that devil for so long that I have forgotten how to believe in good, how to hope for something which won't give me agony inside out. Whose thought won't send shivers down my soul? But now Kai will help me to recover. Maybe I won't be able to see him daily, but surely I will keep a check on him like always. And we will get married as soon as possible. He opened his car door and helped me to sit inside with my heavy dress like a gentleman. He never used force with me, never even shouted at me. He always shows how precious I am to him. And he is my blessing, my hope, my light. I smiled, looking around the car. It isn't a luxurious car, but it held the aura of belongingness. The air felt safe, not like Devil's car, which suffocates me. Kai settled behind the steering wheel and smiled towards me. I know how much stressed he is, but he is trying his best to soothe me, to not be anxious. I tried my best to give him a genuine smile before nodding. He nodded, starting the car. He reversed it to get out of the parking lot to the way of my freedom. My heart isn't stopped racing, but somehow I feel secure beside my love. He was always there to save me. From bullies, from dogs, from arrogant boys who want my attention. Kai is the best fighter I've ever seen. I am learning to fight because not everyone understands from words. Yuni, and I won't mind using fists to protect you. And he kept his word always. No one ever dared to give me a glance. He always protected me. I smiled widely. He is reversing the car to get out of this awful place. The place where people think it solves every misery of life was the cause of my misery. We were just about to leave when I heard a loud sound of some sort of blast as the car jerked a bit forward. My heartbeat increased as I could feel adrenaline rushing in my body. The horrible feeling that something is wrong ceased my brain from thinking something positive. What was that? I asked with my shivering voice, looking at Kai to see him as clueless as I am. No matter how much I wanted to hold on to the thread of hope, it already slipped from my hand and is now flying out of my reach. Let me check. Before he could complete, Kai's side door opened and someone pulled him out of the car. Another second, I heard a loud groan. Kai, I can clearly sense pain in his tone. He is in pain, my love is in pain. I unbuckled my seatbelt with my shivering hands. He was always there when I needed him. I should be there, beside him, fighting with him. I can't leave him alone now. As I turned around to open the door, but my heart dropped, my blood froze, as my soul shuddered under the dark gaze. There he is, the devil, with an angel's beauty. I can feel his burning gaze as I am just looking down, staring at his tight fist, which is turning white due to anger. I gulped hard, knowing what's in stock for me now. Going somewhere? Taewang's dark voice roamed around the car as tears again betrayed my eyes. I fisted my dress tightly to stop the shiver. You brought it on yourself, baby girl. Before I could understand what he meant, I was pulled out of the car, and he started dragging me to the other side of the car. Taeyang, please stop. My words stopped abruptly as the view in front of me crushed my every hope of claiming freedom again. I tried to run forward but suddenly pulled back against a hard chest. For another second, I am caged in the devil's arm as he back-hugged me. Did you like my wedding gift? He said softly, with so much calmness, my heart sank deeper with worse possibilities. I didn't look away, as there the love of my life is kneeling between two of Taewang's men and another one behind him pointing his gun at my Kai's head. Don't listen to this useless man, Uni. Just speak. Kai was struck by the back of the gun before he could complete. I gasped as I tried to break free from Taewang's grip. You have a pretty big mouth than you should. Let me show you the consequences. Taewang growled behind my ear. I can hear his angry breaths from behind. Beat him till death. No, please, Taewang, please don't harm him. It's not his fault. I am responsible. Don't hurt him. I pleaded in front of him, trying to not break down in front of him. My love can die because of me. I can't let this happen. I expected something from him, some kind of threat, a reaction, good or bad, anything. But nothing happened. His men didn't move a bit. Kai isn't moving. I didn't dare to shift from my place. The air is frozen from tension. The only proof that the world didn't stop is the continuous stroking of his hot breath on my nape. I am anticipating something bad, something worse, pain, shout, anger, but nothing. I flinched hard when he placed his chin on my covered shoulder. He wrapped his hands around my waist so softly that I shivered. This grip isn't warm but isn't cold either. It is lingering between them. So my wife still loves her ex. He said more like a fact than a question. I didn't look at him, staring at Kai, who is kneeling, glaring at Taewang, while the side of his lips is bleeding and maybe his head too. Tears leaving my eyes, exposing my helplessness. I never saw Kai injured. He used to be the best fighter in my school life, knocking down 4 to 5 boys without even a scratch. And now he is bleeding, all helpless, just because of me. Taewang sniffed me like a drug addict does to calm himself. But his next words could never be more opposite of calmness. I felt betrayed. You should be punished for betraying your soon-to-be husband. Husband, my foot. My blood boils listening to his disgusting words. But the next moment I shivered with fear. He nodded to his men as they started beating Kai. My heart is crying with pain looking at him bearing all the pain just for me. I tried running to them, pleading from Taewang to stop this, crying inside his embrace, which isn't better than any cage, but all he did is giggle at our helpless and vulnerable condition. Please, Taewang, please stop this, I said between my sobs, trying to form words without slurring. I beg you stop this. He tightened his grip as he snuggled in my long, pure black hair. My hands balled as I stopped myself from uttering something stupid. Kai loves my hair, but I felt so disgusted when he is touching it. Enjoying the show, baby girl? Taewang again put his chin on my shoulder, while looking at his men who are kicking my love, with an amused smile like it's his favorite show. I am sobbing, shivering due to anger, fear, and love. Yes, love, no matter how much they beat him. He didn't let a sound escape from his mouth, trying to console me wordlessly. Heatsched, didn't you have energy? I want to hear his cries. My heart dropped hearing his words. Kai is already bleeding. He coughed out blood a few moments ago. I have to stop him. I have to do something. But what? I tried to get out of his iron grip, and for the first time in all this time, our eyes met. He glared at me with fire in his eyes. Hadn't I told you, you can't be able to stop me from harming this loser? I nodded slowly, wiping my cheeks, but they are wet again. Still, you put on that little stunt. See what you made me do, Yun? It's you. You did this to him. His words are like knives, piercing my heart, cutting it into pieces, but what hurts the most is that he is right. I shouldn't have tried. He is suffering because of me. I am not a good person. I am not a good lover. He was always there when I am in pain, and now I am the reason for his pain. I flinched when Kai's weak finger dropped near my feet. Some drops of his painful crimson painted my gown, telling who is responsible. But another second, a man grabbed his hair and pulled him back. Tae, please, please, I will do anything. Just stop this, please, Tae, I said in a fearful tone. Kai needs medication, that too soon. His wounds are deep, and there must be some internal damage. You will do anything? I nodded without wasting any seconds. Fine. I sighed in relief as he turned me towards him, staring so lovingly like he wasn't angry a few seconds ago, but his next words made my breath heavy and feared. Whom do you belong to? My heart sank. How can I say this? No, this isn't happening. Then I heard the painful groan from behind. I bite my lips. Should I say this? But it will break Kai's heart. Be careful, baby girl. If your answer didn't satisfy me, don't blame me for what happens next. He said it like it's the most normal thing to say. Whom? You. Belongs. To. Yoon. His calm voice sent shivers down my spine, but I have to do this. I have to sacrifice my pride to save him. You, I said while sobbing, hiccuping. You what? He growled loudly. I was so wrong when I thought I could never be more helpless. Here I am breaking the thing I treasured whole my life. Kai's heart. I belong to you. I stuttered. The place was silent, but I could hear it clearly. The sound of breaking, the shattering sound of Kai's heart, is echoing in my ears, killing me from inside. Who is your love? I sobbed harder. Why is he torturing me? Why can't he just kill me? No, Kai shouted, his voice thicker than before. It contained pain, not just physical, but emotional pain. I wanted to deny, I don't want to say. But not everything you want you get. I gulped, wetting my dry throat. Ignoring the pain of my love, I looked into Taewang's eyes and said with so much hatred in my voice, I love you. I stopped the urge of spitting the moment words escaped from my mouth. Taewang hugged me as I stood numb, vulnerable in his embrace, knowing I can't fight him. He pecked my forehead before uttering the worst words from his mouth. Let's get married.
Author POV. Sometimes we try to run from our destiny, without knowing that destiny is the best chaser. We make mistakes, we let our wisdom fail just to hide from it. But destiny, on the other hand, standing just behind us, is amused by our failed attempts of hiding. And when we are in the grasp of destiny, first we have to pay for all the wrongdoing. First, it burns us inside out to make us pure like before. And then show us what God planned for us. Then it will reward us for what we deserve. But will Yoon be able to repent her sins before she deserves reward? Or will Taewang will destroy her for the mistake? What do you all think? Please like, comment and subscribe if you liked the video. Thank you.